Jesus Christ. God, I can't see nothing. Go tell me if you lock the door. Franklyn, come out of the house. Sir, make him come out. What you mean for what? Franklyn, come out of the house. Jesus. Franklyn! Jesus Christ!
On the spot, news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what one a blessed and wonderful Wednesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off over there in the eastern section of the island, in the St. Thomas Police Division, where residents are appealing for justice following the fatal knockings and clappings of a man identified as 26-year-old construction worker Franklyn Hyman. It is said that that particular fatal knockings and clappings took place in Whitehall district in the parish of St. Thomas yesterday morning. Now, the police reports indicate that the police team went on a special operation in the Whitehall area and went to carry out a search at Hyman's house. It is said that he rushed towards the officers upon the approach of them to his property. It is said that he then proceeded to hold on to a policeman's firearm and attempted to disarm him. During the tussle, the police stated that Franklyn Hyman was conned up. However, residents' accounts varies on what had taken place. So the video clip that I played just before the On The Spot News Media intro was the actual chain of events leading up to Franklyn Hyman's demise. So now we are going to hear from his family members who also weighed in on his fatal knockings and clappings. And before we make on hear what them have to say, who heard when the policeman shouted, "Let go off of my gun"? Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now we're going to hear from the family members who are stating that a firearm was also placed on the deceased man. Now listen.
Franklyn got knowing on and they put it on him. I mean, witness them push their telling girlfriend to come out of the house, and she come out, and by my come out, then push him in the door and push him in the house and push him down and shoot him. Then wicked, when they have my gun, when the police say, "Let off my gun, let off my gun," and then shoot him like about 3 shots or something here. Then shoot him, take him up, go with him, all a jar yellow tape. Can't go so justice will come in at them something, yeah. The boy now do nothing, then threatening say them I go kill him, and then come this morning, say down and kill him. Boy, me I tell you, me I want and nah go so, that's all me know. Me I want and nah go so.
Skill, all-purpose person, I can depend upon. And what in drinking rum and making noise and about. So when I come to work, I'm not a good guy.
So the Independent Commission of Investigation gets some more work to do again. So Indicom is presently investigating that particular police fatal knockings and clappings. Now the next story is coming out of the St. Andrew North Police Division, where the police are searching for the assailants who took the life of a British national at his house in Belgrade Heights early Tuesday morning. Now Belgrade Heights is one of them upper St. Andrew community there for the rich and famous. The deceased man has since been identified as this man presently on your screen, 42 years old, Nicholas Collins. He also lived in the community. Reports from the police is that sometime after 12, explosions were heard at the premises and the police were summoned. It is said that Collins was found inside the house suffering from what appears to be some whole heap of corner wounds to the upper body and head. He was, however, assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital, not in a bid to save his life, but more so to have him officially pronounced you know what. The Constant Spring Criminal Investigation Branch is presently probing that particular matter. Now, if a man lose him 3 pints up there in such a way, more than likely somebody will know, and one thing we know for sure, so them place full of cameras, so this should most definitely be an open and shut type of case, because somebody camera must pick up something somewhere along the line. So on the Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping checks on this one to see what we can unearth as it relates to this British national fatal knockings and clappings. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Clarendon Police Division, on Monday, a 77-year-old farmer life was taken by armed criminal elements whilst he was out in his field attending to his cattle. It took place in Sandy Bay in Clarendon. The deceased 77-year-old, the senior citizen, has since been identified as Noel Miles. Now reports are that sometime around 7 a.m., Noel Miles was tending to his livestock in an open lot in Sandy Bay when loud explosions were heard. Residents summoned the police. The senior citizen was found suffering from corner wounds all over the upper body. He was whisked away to the Maypen Hospital, where he was pronounced you know what upon arrival. No motive has been established as yet by the police in relation to the fatal knockings and clappings of this senior citizen. The thing really don't look good, my peeps. If you say a 77-year-old man that has lived through all of life's ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and for his life to be taken by criminal elements, some old dirty kind of boy at age 77 is totally not acceptable. Yeah, man. Now I can bet my last dollar that he is related to someone who the criminal elements want and decided to use him as an example. Now to that person out there, how do you feel within yourself to know that it is because of your wrongdoing while this senior citizen, Noel Miles, is laying on a block of ice presently in a morgue with his body riddled with bullets? Now these are the consequences of our actions. When we get ourselves involved in criminality, we put an X on the back of our loved ones. So my peeps out there, be especially careful if you know that your loved ones, your child, brother, sister, or anybody that is closely connected to you is heavily involved in criminality, because their involvement in such may be the very reason you end up losing your life. Boy, may I tell you, the thing rough. So this morning's main story is coming out of the St. Elizabeth Police Division. But before we get into the main story, the St. Elizabeth Police is reporting a significant crime reduction in the parish of St. Elizabeth. So the crime reduction is in all major crimes with the exceptions of breaking. And this report is as at January 1st to March 12 when compared to the same period last year. So we're going to hear from Superintendent Coleridge Minto, the commanding officer for the St. Elizabeth Police. The superintendent gave his speech at the recent monthly meeting of the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation. He revealed that criminals continue to target bars in the parish and steal poker boxes. So we're going to hear now from the superintendent, who was recovering from a motor vehicle accident that took place in his police division. So we're glad to have you back on the job, you know, Superintendent Coleridge Minto. Now we're going to hear what the super officer. Listen.
As of midnight last night, the 12th of March, is as follows. Shootings are down by 50%, robberies down by 64%, rape down by 66%, murder is down by 87%. We're seeing an increase with breaking across the parish. And that is largely due to a number of break-ins that we're seeing, particularly at small establishments or bars, and a number of the poker boxes have been removed. And so it's an area that we're paying attention to, developing strategies to address it. We continue to investigate all cases to hold persons accountable. There's a special unit at the divisional headquarters called the Proactive Investigations Unit. This unit is set up as part of the mandate is to focus on lottery scamming activities, among other things.
And still in the St. Elizabeth Police Division, the St. Elizabeth Police have charged a car importer with fraud. Yeah, man. So charged is Domain De Costa. He has been charged with fraudulent conversion. So reports from the Black River Police would state that the Costa, who ships motor vehicles to Jamaica, was entrusted with purchasing and shipping a motor car valued at 5.5 million Jamaican dollars. According to the police report, the Costa received a down payment of $3.4 million via wire transfer on September 9th, 2024. So on December 23rd of that year, the Costa contacted the buyer, informed him that the motor car had arrived and requested the remaining balance, stated the police report. The buyer then reportedly transferred $2.1 million to his account. However, despite multiple attempts to collect the vehicle, the Costa failed to deliver it. So efforts to obtain a reimbursement were unsuccessful, leading to the man filing the report with the police. Following investigations, the Costa was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is yet to be finalized by the police. The Costa is also one of those criminal elements who is closely associated with the one that I spoke about not too long ago, identified as Big Ray. Yeah, man. So the whole of them in the same little scamming motor vehicle, fraudulent conversion type of dealings. So now for the main story, my peeps. Listen up. So as we all know that there's an active drugs for gun trade going on in our country between Haiti and Jamaica for the longest while. Now there is a particular criminal element who resides in the St. Catherine South Police Division in the community of Hellshire, to be more specific, identified as this old dirty kind of boy, presently on your screen, identified as Dwight Anthony Watson. Now, this man is the key connect between criminal elements from Jamaica and Haiti who are heavily involved in the drugs for gun trade. Now, this criminal element was also arrested in Haiti. He was jailed in Haiti, and during the uprising in Haiti, when criminal elements broke into police stations, took them over and freed all the criminal elements, he was among the criminal elements who were also freed and found himself back onto the shores of Jamaica. Now he continued in his illicit dealings in the drugs for gun trade with Haiti. Now he gets the marijuana, the ganja, the good old sensimania from St. Elizabeth, Junction St. Elizabeth, to be more specific. Now he gets that marijuana from surrounding communities such as Bull Savannah and other communities. Now last week, Monday night, sometime around 2 a.m. in the wee hours of the morning, it is said that they went to the home of a man to collect weed. But for some reason, the man I give them some story, and I said, boy, the weed miss up. That man, however, was properly flogged by criminal elements aligned to Dwight, Anthony, Watson. The heavily armed criminals then beat the man to a pulp, as I stated earlier, and he told them where some of the marijuana would be. So they left his location, went to another location in the community, and found a stash of the marijuana. However, they eventually got everything that they went for. And also among what they got for themselves, they also stole some from other criminal elements known to them. So fast forward to last week, Friday, in the wee hours of the morning, sometime around 1 a.m., the criminal elements loaded the Toyota Hiace minibus with all the vegetable matter that they gathered, the stolen one and the ones purchased by them. And they did so upon the instruction of the known and reputed criminal element. We are talking about Watson, Dwight, Anthony, Watson. So they also had a pilot vehicle. You don't know, so when time criminal elements are move guns or any form of drugs, they always have a pilot vehicle for scan the road ahead and communicate with the vehicle that is traveling with the illegal contents. So it is said that the Toyota Hiace bus developed some mechanical issues. Same place in Junction, St. Elizabeth, but they had to push the bus into a private property. However, somehow police got word that a bus was seen on a premises and seen some strange men pushing the bus onto a premises. The police went to that particular location. Upon the arrival of the police, the criminal elements fled, but the driver for the pilot vehicle was, however, caught by the police. Both vehicles were seized, brought to the Era 3 narcotics headquarters, to my understanding. It is said that the police conducted themselves in an unprofessional manner and collect a piece of food. It is said that the man driving the pilot vehicle, identified by his alias as Eggy, was detained and later released by the police without any formal charges being laid. He was released, and also the motor vehicle, the pilot motor vehicle that he was driving, was also released by the police. Now, the Hiace bus laden with the ganja is presently in the custody of the Era 3 narcotics police. Now to the St. Elizabeth police and the narcotics police in Era 3. you really need to do some proper investigation into some of your own, because it is alleged that the police, the corrupt policemen, are presently in dialogue with criminal associates of Dwight Anthony Watson to see what could be done to have that particular bus released back into their custody so that the guns for drugs trade can continue in all its glory. So the bus laden with the ganja was destined for Helsha to be picked up and unloaded by Dwight Anthony Watson and his criminal entourage. So there you have it, my peeps, the close connection between Dwight Watson and the criminal elements from St. Elizabeth in the drugs for gun trade. So On The Spot News Media will most definitely be keeping close tabs on this one and seek to update you in subsequent newscasts. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.